and bienvenidos everybody. My name is NittPicc. If you don't know who I am a flutist and a music educator who enjoys all types of music. Today's reaction comes from Patreon supporter and perfect fourth tier member Home Gnome. Hey! So Home Gnome decided to give me a small break from Guitar Spin, which is fine. It's okay. I love Guitar Spin. I don't mind the excessive reaction requests, to be fair, and I'm sure other people don't mind it either. I was given a request for the Senri Kawaguchi band, and the song we're listening to is called, or maybe I should say chart we're listening to today is called Raging SPUR. And apparently there's a guest performance from tenor sax player Miku, and I've seen her in the Jazz Avengers before. Dude, Jazz Avengers. So I'm excited. I've seen Senri on drums too, so I'm super excited to jump into this. But before we do, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord, as well as my Patreon, where you can check out extra content, as well as some free content and some anime reactions if you're into that. Quick side note, I realized I'm wearing pink today, and this is a different day of recording, so it probably looks like I'm wearing the same clothes as I recorded in last time, but I'm wearing different makeup too. So also, look at this face! I'm serving looks today, guys. I did my makeup for you guys. I've been watching a lot of Bailey Sarian, true crime podcaster, make murder, mystery, and makeup, so I've been inspired. Anyway, let's jump right in. Okay. Yo, we got organ and tenor sax in unison, and bass, and guitar in unison. Ooh, like the guitar part. Love the emphasis on 1 and 3. God. Okay, so we've got a lot of repeated chart parts, right? So typically in a chart, there's it's kind of like pop music in a way where you get the head, and which is what we're hearing a majority of the time, that do da ba do ba da da da. That's the head. So we keep coming back to it, right? And I guess you could call those other sections verses if you wanted to think of it that way. So what I'm enjoying about this is we're getting a lot of unison playing, right? We get a lot of unison playing from the guitar, the bass, the tenor sax, as well as the keyboardist, which I love the organ sound. There's something severely fierce about organ sound effect in jazz band or this kind of setting. I would call this a jazz ensemble, even though it's a little more almost rock and roll. But yeah, there's just something about the organ sound that I love. I love it. It's because it's just a different color, I guess, than keys, What I love so far is we have that unison, but we occasionally hear little pops of color here and there. Like the electric guitarist has a couple moments where he's doing a little more color of maybe some 16th notes or triplets here and there, and we hear it a lot, especially with Miku here. Also love the dress, Miku. Yes, ma'am. And the go-go boots. Cute. And just hearing her add the little, the ornamentation in between, the triplets. Because we just got that right here. Watch. again that 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. And then, before we get into the head, isn't that crazy? Just a here we go. And back. And her just casually adjusting her mouthpiece while playing and ligature. Okay, solo section. Bro, come on. Okay, now we've hit the solo section. Nice. Staccato switch up. Oh, we're trading? Nice use of triplets. Trading it back. Oh, she fighting. Ooh. She's picking up what he's putting down. That's all here, baby. That's all here, baby. Stop it. Come on. Not the quoted flight of the bumblebee. Okay. Come on, okay? Normally I don't stop during solos, but they've been trading for a while. Since we're in this solo section, they're trading. Now, first of all, okay, I am not a seasoned saxophonist at all. I only played bari sax, or I played a little bit of alto sax. I don't like playing alto as much as I like playing bari. I've never had a chance to play tenor. I would love the opportunity, but anyway, the cool thing about what I like about jazz in particular is there is a form, right? And there's an art form to it. Not a lot of people enjoy it, which I think is so bizarre. Which, again, I wouldn't say this is necessarily in the jazz genre. It's still kind of rock and rolly, but we got that, you know, I don't know, it kind of reminds me, what is that? There's a chart that it reminds me of, and I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, maybe it'll come to me later. But anyway, the idea here is there's just so much freedom and there's so many different colors we can play around with. Like, I'm sure you guys have noticed maybe that she's using a different kind of mouthpiece. And I believe like the mouthpiece she's using is probably a metal mouthpiece. Maybe it's plastic. It's probably still plastic. It's just the jazz mouthpieces are so different. They have a different color to them. So maybe it might be a brushed metal. That's probably why it looks so matted. But they give you a little more freedom depending on the opening of the mouthpiece, from what I remember or what I was taught or understand. Again, not fully educated on the subject. So if you're a saxophone player or a jazz aficionado and you know some stuff, drop it down to the comments, help a girl out, okay? It's been a while. I've been playing flute more than I've ever played saxophone. I was just like given things and then they go, here, play. And I'm like, all right, same fingerings, kind of. But what I loved was there's a whole section in here that it's all vocalization and her playing around with her mouth versus she is moving her fingers, but she's just kind of adding a little like kind of quarter tone effect to the sound, which is cool. And then the Flight of the Bumblebee quote from both of them. And they're trading rhythms, they're trading patterns and whatever. But what I loved the most was that quarter tone effect with the Flight of the Bumblebee. Oh yeah, this section too, the rhythm. I would have lost it. Like, you're a seasoned musician when biting off a different rhythm and just sending it and keep going with it and it doesn't throw anyone off. We have Senri, who is killing it, obviously, with keeping the group together. She's keeping it all together, the glue, right? But it's just, dang, like she changes the rhythm up and it feels ba 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 ba, and it feels uncomfortable, but the good kind of uncomfortable. And then she's like, like, come on, baby. And then we're gonna get those quarter tones here in a second. Like, what's cool about that, it's more of effect than anything else. And that's what I love about this. They're just playing. They're having fun. And I love that. Look, just one more time for that section and I'll let it go. I'm sorry. Just one more. And then here we go. Fly the Bumblebee. So good. So good. And then they're just cascading together. Let's keep going, baby. Oh yeah. And just the tone quality that Miku has. Okay, Senri! And now she's just soloing over that repeated pattern. We're returning. There's no way we're close to the head out, right? No way. Who's next? Yes, sir! Using pieces of the head to solo. Got some wah-wah in there. All right, tapping. Good God, Senri was going hard on that. Hold up. Before we go, I need to see that one more time. Yo, I feel like I've never seen that done before. Where was he just like, this is going to sound really ignorant, and I am ignorant. So again, classically trained musician on flute and classically trained when it comes to music theory and form and all that kind of stuff. But as an amateur guitarist, if you can see in the back over here, if you can, the video is probably covering it a little bit. We're in the learning process. We're re-picking it up, but I was never this good ever. So, whoa, what did he just do? Also, what I was talking about earlier is he's using pieces of the melodic line from the head of the piece or the chart I keep calling it piece. Sorry, can you tell I'm only classically trained and don't play a lot of jazz anymore, which makes me sad. Using pieces of the head to create a, improvisational line, the tapping, the cool stuff, all the like fancy things, obviously virtuosic. I love the sound he's getting, plus the wah wah pedal, but then this. I'm gonna scoot back just a little bit more. What is he doing with the pick here? And then is he just leaning it against the guitar? That's cool. And then do you hear Senri's double pedal? She has to be going it's so just it sounds like a motorcycle engine. Are we heading out? I think we are. Yeah! Get it, Senri! Yes! Look, I love that, like, saxophone, or I think reeded instruments in general can do this game of, like, bending pitch based on vocalizing and, reed work and all that stuff. We can't really do that on head joint unless you have a glissando head joint. Look her up. She's so cool. I want one so bad. You guys, you have no idea. But the fact that they can bend pitch and just have fun with the improvisation and just like basically create different effects as they go it's like OP, dude. Overpowered. This is a fun one. I had a really good time with this. A lot of great musical things happening. This venue, I've seen this venue before, and I think it's from a Jazz Avengers video, and man, I love the Jazz Avengers, but I also just love the idea of sitting in a bar, having a couple drinks, maybe a little finger food, and just enjoying the night. And with great music, man. This is great music. This is art. This is like just people jamming out on a chart, sounding great. And I need to go to a jazz club. They gotta have some here in Dallas, right? Anyway, great stuff. I'm so glad this was given to me. Thanks, Home Gnome. I should get my hands on a tenor sax. I think it would be fun. Of course, I only want to play jazz though. Only. Like, that's the only genre I would want to play on tenor sax is jazz. I have friends that I can ask questions for, so we'll see. This is a great one. I'm glad I got to see Senri play drums again, and I'm glad I got to see Miku play tenor sax from Jazz Avengers. Guitarist, dude, really good. Bass is insane. The keyboardist, like, hold up. Names. We gotta drop names. Yuya Kawaguchi is on guitar. Yoshiki Takashi, it was on bass. And Akinori Handa was on keyboard. Dude, that keyboard is though. Whoa. Anyway, I had a great time with this one, but I'm going to shut up. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Have you seen this chart done before? Are you a fan of the Jazz Avengers? Are you a fan of the Senri Kawaguchi band or Kawaguchi band? And yeah, what other things should I listen to? Because I'm totally into this kind of thing. I don't get to listen to it a lot because I've been doing a lot of rock music lately, but I love diving into the outside world as well. So let me know your thoughts down below. And as usual, before I go, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord, as well as my Patreon, where you can check out extra content, free content, and anime reactions if you're into it. Anyway, I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.